Hey team, wanted to make a quick video. I just did something that I haven't done for years, which I don't know what that says about me, but I listened to a podcast. um, so I was just looking at. I have a podcast app on my iPad, and I hadn't clicked into it, and I was thinking about podcasts recently, maybe making one. So I've not listened in years, but I thought I would just check it out, see what it was. What they had on there. So just while I was making the brunch and, whatever. So I just listened to a podcast. It was called Philosophize This. And I actually thought it was really, really interesting. So it was very cool. It's obviously about philosophy. It was talking about the difference between, philosophy, kind of thinking and being mindful, and kind of dissecting the different, the elements of experience and and mindfulness and things like that. And then the opposite, mysticism, which is taking you out of that. And I was talking about like free will, and then like having strength of will, power over your will, and then letting that will go, and that was the mysticism. So mysticism in this kind of out-of-body religious experiences that are hard to describe, that we default to music and poetry and as kind of outlets and avenues for this these feelings of that spiritual that are beyond words. And so I thought that was really interesting. To think about kind of the opposite. Obviously, we do put a good deal of emphasis on reason, rationale, being able to look at the different elements of experience, and like the thinking in analysis, and making sure that you are mindful and conscientious of the ins and outs of of life and what's going on, and the different elements that make up different elements and all the systems. And there, mysticism is kind of gets a little bit of shade and a little bit of flack sometimes, and but it's kind of interesting to think about that in this modern age, this modern era of of thought too, where it's not necessarily emphasized. It's not that level of importance that used to be on the religion and that spiritual nature. It's not as important, arguably, in this era of science and technology and things like that. So it's kind of interesting to think about that nuance, that difference, and you kind of hear that those mystic moments are what make life worth living. And the podcaster, the individual who was speaking, kind of said even philosophy can kind of get you that level of mysticism, that level of outside of yourself. If you're thinking about it, if you're inspired, if you kind of feel it. And I think that that's true. And I think that is, you can find that in science, you can find that in technology, and you can find it, as well as in the music, or anything really, you could argue, can take you outside of yourself, and you can get lost in it, and it can provide that religious moment, that mystic moment. So very cool, very interesting to think about, talk about. It was a good podcast. I guess I used to love my philosophy class. I always liked those pensive, thought-provoking, humanistic type subjects. And so it was just nice to think about, and yeah, I might listen again. I thought it was great. So just wanted to share, Philosophize This. And I'll be honest, I don't know where to find it aside from on the iPad podcast app. But it was very nice. It was worth listening to. So kudos, very cool. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. If you have any podcasts that you like, please do let me know. I know in the past I've listened to like sci-fi short story podcasts, and a few others too. So, yeah, what do you listen to? What would you suggest? What would you recommend? Thanks so much. Have a great day, and we'll talk later. Bye.